Hi everybody and welcome to Art Class with Zoe. Today we're going to paint a beautiful watercolour sunset seascape. I have taped around a size A5 watercolour piece of paper with some washi tapes. I have got my trusty Chinese watercolour brush and we're just going to use 3 colours. Take a pencil and draw 2/3 up across for the horizon, and then draw a very basic boat across the horizon line. Now this painting I took influence from a man called Emil Nolde, and he painted some really beautiful, very loose watercolors. And first of all, we're going to wet everything so it's nice and shiny. And then we're just going to put a line of yellow across the horizon. So you're getting a graded wash. That's what's called a graded wash. And then just on this side here, don't go on the left side, only on the right. Bring that yellow down. Then you can go over to your reds, and with the tip of the brush, you can just sweep across. You can really have fun with this. You can do loads of different paintings, and you can try to do the same thing, but the amazing thing is that none of them will come out the same. And that's the beauty of wet and wet. And then take ultramarine. Can you see how that's bleeding up? If you don't want it to bleed up, put it at an angle, so make sure it's coming down. Then you can use some thicker paint and go across. And you know what? That's cadmium yellow and red, and yes, you might get a little bit of green in it, but it's a sunset, so you know, it's artistic license. Then mix a little bit of the red, and with the tip of the brush, you're just gonna go down, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to just draw in the boat. And if you're worried about that the paint going back up, so I've taken that and I've put it at an angle so all the water runs down. And if I had some tissue, I'd be taking off that. So take some tissue and take that off. And don't worry about that cabbage line, because we'll get rid of that afterwards. If you're happy with your sunset the way it is, then you should absolutely leave it like that and then skip to the part where I just paint in the boat. But if you want to put on a second layer, you absolutely can. So I would like a stronger horizon line, would like to get rid of that run back. And I'm wetting the horizon, not the sky, and I'm just wetting the bottom part of it. Okay, so just the sea part. And then I'm going to take my purple and I'm just going to drop that in. You can fade it off going across to the boat if you want. And I'm going to make this side a little bit darker and more atmospheric, that you can have some big bold strokes down the front like that. These sort of paintings are great for a play, so you can add some more yellow if you want. Just make sure you don't touch the horizon, otherwise it'll bleed. So you can see the beading down here. We don't want run backs, because if that runs back, if you don't necessarily want that, take some tissue, lean it into the tissue, and you can just take that excess water off. And if you want to have a little bit more interest in the sky, I know it's exciting, isn't it? Don't put it across all, put it in a diagonal. Note that I am putting it on dry. You can clean your brush so it's damp, and then you can just touch that over. And these paintings are really good to try out if you're a beginner artist, to see what works and what doesn't. You don't want to put too many layers. Sky and the sea, if you see them reflect, one is always darker than the other. It's usually actually the sea that is darker reflection of the sky. Last but not least, we're going to mix some purple with the red and the blue. Sail across the horizon, and then the little boat. And then just as a little bit more interest, see with the point, you can just little ripples down. I wouldn't go all the way down. That some people frown on. I don't know why they do, but apparently it's frowned on to put birds in the sky. Well, I don't agree with that. I just think if you're having a play and you're having fun with your painting, you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to just put some little birds as V's or M's. And always make sure they are an uneven number and unequally placed. That is your sunset inspired by Emil Nolde. I hope you enjoy and I look forward to seeing your pictures.